Hello there. What is going on, everyone? KeyForge is back, and it is launching with a brand new set called Winds of Exchange. I'm going to be asking the question, should you pledge for this new Winds of Exchange crowdfunding campaign that is currently on GameFound? What is going on, everyone? So basically, this is what we're going to be talking about today. A little bit of a history lesson. KeyForge, super awesome card game that came out, designed by Richard Garfield, who originally created Magic the Gathering, a game you might have heard of. And this is, a whole new revolutionary idea of every deck is completely unique. So you don't just buy booster packs; you buy decks. Every deck is a sealed deck. And so, it's a very fun game, very cool game. I actually really liked it. It's been out for a couple of years now. Originally launched under Fantasy Flight Games. Well, over COVID, KeyForge was no longer able to be supported. Some code was lost, and some things kind of went wrong. And eventually, Christian Peterson, the founder of Fantasy Flight Games, had formed a new company called Ghost Galaxy. They acquired the rights to KeyForge recently, and actually had a great interview. I'll put a link at the end of the video if you want to check it out, where we talked to Christian Peterson over at Gen Con a little bit about KeyForge and this particular expansion coming to GameFound. So it's very cool to see it actually happening now, and it's finally live. I'm going to put a link down in the description where you can check it out. So now they are back, and they are putting it on GameFound, a very successful crowdfunding platform, and you are going to be able to pledge and kind of secure some decks, maybe a few, maybe a lot, depending on what you want. We're going to take a look at some of those, but also the really cool thing about this is they're able to kind of gauge and just kind of see how many people are interested. Now, I think this is so much better than a normal just retail release, because the problem is, you could never get, how many times were people trying to get KeyForge decks when it first launched and they were sold out everywhere, right? There was this huge problem of availability, especially during the first couple of months of release. And so, we've seen that a lot with card games. It's always kind of hit or miss. Star Wars Destiny had a very similar problem, where in that first set, you could never get stuff. I remember on launch day, I was able to get 2 packs, 2 booster packs, and that was it. And so now, you can basically pre-order exactly what you're going to want and be guaranteed to get it, which is fantastically cool. If you guys are new here to the channel, I do talk a lot about tabletop gaming, also a lot of Star Wars tabletop gaming, but I'd like to invite you to subscribe, hang out, like the video, share the video, all that good stuff, especially with your friends who are interested in KeyForge as well. I do giveaways all the time. We have a $25 Amazon gift card giveaway going right now. If you want to have a chance to win that, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. Also, I want to thank today's sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. They make amazing tokens for gaming, including a whole set compatible with KeyForge. So if you want to check them out, head over to luxuryplaystyle.com, and you can use code CrabbokVIP to save 15% off of your tokens. These tokens are full metal. They're gorgeous. They have sparkly bits. They're very vivid, and you're going to absolutely love them. They're going to make you want to play your games even more. So check out luxuryplaystyle.com. All right, so GameFound as the new Winds of Exchange campaign that's running right now. It's already hit its funding goal, so it's definitely going to happen. So now you've got a little over 2 weeks, to pledge and to make up your mind on what you want. So I want to take a look at this campaign. We're going to run through it a little bit. If you go to the link, it's going to be in the description below. You can check out this particular pledge, this campaign, and figure out where you want to pledge, if you're interested, or if you're still on the fence, you can watch the video, kind of take some time and make up your mind. But I think this is really cool. It's a little bit of information about Ghost Galaxy acquiring the game, why they're putting it on here on GameFound, and basically what to expect. Now, there are some video overviews on how to play KeyForge. I have done a couple of KeyForge videos in the past as well. I haven't done a whole lot of KeyForge lately because it's just, there really hasn't been much news with KeyForge, and so this is probably what's going to be bringing the KeyForge community back. And and granted, it never completely went away, but I think it kind of slowed down for a little while, and this is going to be breathing some good life into the game. Now, basically, you play, if you're not familiar, again, here's a kind of a quick walkthrough. You're trying to get amber, and once you get 6 amber, you forge a key, and the first person to forge 3 keys wins. And of course, a lot of your cards can either, your creatures reap for amber. There's a lot of spells that, take amber away from your opponents, steal amber, generate more amber, let you forge keys early, all kinds of cool stuff like that. And so they have a good walkthrough to kind of get you caught up to speed on how to play KeyForge. If you are brand new, there's also a way for you to kind of learn the basics of the game. The cool thing about KeyForge is you have all these cards in your hand, but you can only play cards from a single house. Now, decks have 3 houses in them, and that's another thing that's totally randomized. So when you open a deck, you don't know which 3 houses you're going to get. Now, there are many houses in the game, but each set only features some of the houses. Now, Winds of Exchange is not going to feature all of the original houses, and so it's going to have Brobnar, this new house, Equidon, which is kind of cool. So Equidon is the merchant compacts of Equidon. They're apparently a token creature generating faction, so that is going to be pretty interesting. So the merchant compacts of Equidon is one of the new ones. So you have Brobnar, Equidon, Mars, Unfathomable, Sanctum, Saurian, and the Star Alliance. So some of the newer factions, a lot of the newer factions, only a couple of the original factions. So I think it's Sanctum, Mars, and Brobnar are the only kind of classic original factions from the very, very first set that show up here. The cool thing is every new expansion, they can change these up. So maybe Mars will go away, or maybe Star Alliance will go away, and somebody else will come in and take their place, and stuff like that. But then there's also sometimes like legacy cards, and there's all kinds of little things that can happen in a set where like something comes in from an older set, or something crosses faction. And so there's always the chance of getting like these ultra rare cards that are not like good because they're rare, but they're different because they're rare. And so it's really, really fun opening up decks, and you kind of definitely get that dopamine rush that is very, very exciting. Plus you get to play with them do a sealed deck game against somebody else, which is always really fun. Really cool for casual game night too, as well as tournaments. Tournaments are totally different things. You never know what other people are going to have and what you're going to have. So very cool. So there's a little bit about the Merchant House of Equidon. And you can, if you want to read up about them here, you can read all about them and their backstory, and that they have token creatures, which is going to be really cool. So you have token creature cards, and it's going to tell you all about the new house. It's going to give you some links to some videos that teach you how to play. I don't have any of my video links on there, but that's okay. I won't be too hard on them. But I want to talk about the pledge amounts, because there are some lower pledge amounts and higher pledge amounts. Now, one of the things I think that's nice is they have a brand new 2-player starter set. Although it still looks a lot like the old starter set with the red box, this one's going to have some of the new decks in there. And of course, the starter set is good, especially if you're brand new to the game, because it's going to get your tokens, and you're going to have like your rule book in there, and your amber tokens. Now you can use any kind of tokens you want. You can use luxury playstyle tokens. You can use the cardboard tokens that come in the box. You can use little, whatever you want. Depending on if you want to use cardboard or if you want to go up to the deluxe stuff. There's lots of places in between. But a 2-player starter is a great way to kind of just get yourself introduced to the game. It's a $50 pledge, and if you click more info here, it's going to tell you everything that you get with that. You're going to get that 2-player starter set, and you're also going to get 2 Winds of Exchange decks. Now, this is a great way to get yourself started. It's also a way to lock in what you're going to be getting. And this would normally be MSRP of $60.97, so like $61. So you're getting some savings there. As we go up a little bit, they have if you don't need a starter and you just want the new decks, because if you're an existing player, you probably don't need the starter. Here's a great place to start. If you're not sure, 6 Winds of Exchange decks, cool. That's cool. If you're an existing player, though, I think you're going to want more than 6. I think you're going to want a little bit more than 6. You can go up a little bit higher and get a playmats. They have you can get the playmat with there. You're getting 6 decks, and you're getting a Winds of Exchange playmat, which is pretty cool. Now, it does look like there's going to be a pledge manager as well. So if you're not sure, you can pledge kind of low and then add more stuff on in the pledge manager like you typically do. Now, I skipped past one early on. I'm going to go back up to the top, because this is the one I think is the pledge. This is their featured pledge, and I think this is the pledge for me. It's a little bit more, but I think this is really, really good if you're an existing KeyForge player. You're going to be getting some really, really cool stuff in this one. Okay, so the Reaper of Amber comes with 12 decks. So that's a pretty good amount. I feel like 12 is a sweet spot. It's not, it's not a whole box's worth. Or is it a box's worth? I don't remember how many came in a box. You're going to get 2 playmats. Again, really good for 2 players. And you're also going to get a personalized deck. This is awesome, and I'm so glad that they're doing this. Now, one of the things that, if you played KeyForge, you may remember, is that every deck, not only is it randomized with the cards and the houses, both the houses that come in there and the cards that come within those houses, but the name is also randomized. And this has been kind of funny because there were some in the very, very first launch that were like a little like, whoa, that, you string random words together, sometimes you get something that's inappropriate, and so there were definitely some, I won't repeat any of them, but there were some inappropriate names. So they've had to tweak this AI software that creates all this stuff. And I think that was part of the initial problem why they said, all right, you know what, something broke, we can't fix it, KeyForge is down. And then that's where Ghost Galaxy came in, and they're like, hey, we've got the fix. But on top of that, they're going to let you personalize your a deck name. So you can have one that is your own deck name. And so I think this is so cool. And personalized playmat on top of that. And this is $150. 12 decks right away, plus the playmats and the personalized deck. And it's tournament legal too. I mean, it's so incredibly cool. This is a fantastic value. This is MSRP at $243, so this is almost $100 savings in this pledge right here. Now, if $150 is a little bit too much for you, totally get it. Especially if you haven't played KeyForge before, you're not sure if you're going to want this or not. But this is an opportunity that you might not be able to get again. So having a personalized deck is a pretty cool thing. This is also a fantastic gift for someone, because you don't have to put your own name. You could put your spouse's name. You could put a parent's name, or one of your kids' name, or your best friend's name, or something like that. This is a magnificent gift for someone who is a KeyForge fan, or just a tabletop gamer in general. Or if there's somebody you've been trying to get them on the fence, boom, get, and I believe you might be able to get multiples of these if you wanted to pledge twice for it, right? So, I mean, what a fantastic value. It is, again, $150 is a little bit much for some folks, but if you look at what the average Magic the Gathering player pays at the start of any new expansion, this is not that much, and you're getting 12 decks. How much are you going to get if you play Magic? How much is it going to cost you to fill up 12 decks worth of new expansion content? A lot more than $150, right? So I think this is a fantastic value. I definitely recommend. This is getting my recommendation for the Reaper of Amber pledge. That's what I'm going to recommend. But there are more pledges, so let's take a look at some other things. You've got the Breaker of Chains pledge here. Okay, so you're getting a Fuzzy Gruen, a plushie. All right, you're getting a Niffle Ape figure. Let me scroll down here. All right, 36 decks. Now this is for the diehard KeyForge fan. 36 decks. You're getting 2 playmats. You're getting 3 personalized decks. You're getting 3 personalized playmats. You're getting a Niffle Ape vinyl figure. You're getting an Officer Moon vinyl figure. Well, these are cool. I hadn't even looked at these before. And you're getting the Fuzzy Gruen plushie. So this is for a super big MSRP $691. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. All right, listen, we're going down, and then there's a Turner of Keys pledge. So this is something crazy. All right, so the Turner of Keys pledge is $750. MSRP $1239. So getting a lot with this one. 72 decks. This is for somebody who just wants to go all in. 2 playmats, 3 personalized decks, 3 personalized playmats, the Niffle Ape, the Officer Moon, the Dusk Runner vinyl figure, the Fuzzy Gruen plushie, the Winds of Exchange collector's set, the complete collection of the KeyForge Winds of Change card pool. They are not tournament legal. Also, if you just wanted to have every card set aside, oh wow, that is cool. That is, so I'm curious about the collector's set. Let me know down in the comments. For those of you who are KeyForge fans, what do you do with the collector's set? This one I'm not sure on. This one because if I couldn't play these, I mean, maybe to make your own deck to kind of theory craft. I guess that's something you could do. But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's more that you can do with something like that. Or if it's probably just for the collector to maybe put them in pages or something like it, or make a poster of it. Like, this is everything. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not a collector of the cards in this fashion, so maybe this one just doesn't appeal to me. And then the price point on this one is very, very high. So this one's right out for me. But I do very much like the Reaper of Amber set. So that's kind of where I'm sitting on this one. If you guys haven't used if you haven't used GameFound before, they're definitely a tried and true established crowdfunding platform right now, and they're rising fast. A lot of my favorite games have been going through GameFound lately. The Awaken Realms stuff is all on GameFound now, and you know how much I love Awaken Realms games. They kind of launched GameFound, and we've had so many other really big and beautiful games coming through GameFound. So definitely check it out. I'm going to put a link down in the description below. You guys can check it out. Make up your own mind. Let me know what you think. Or jump in our Discord and let's keep the conversation going because I think this is a really exciting time for KeyForge. And for all you KeyForge fans out there, I am so happy for all of us, for all of you guys, for everybody playing KeyForge that has a new hype back in the world, that has new cards, new sets, and a bright, beautiful new future on the horizon. So it's an exciting time. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you all so much for watching. So big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make this channel possible. I will talk to you soon. May the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Be excellent to each other. So say we all. Have a fantastic day, and goodbye there.